Hello veg lovers, and welcome back to my little garden. Today I just wanted to talk to you about goji berries. Now goji berries, I've got a goji berry that's coming in the next week or two, which will be planted in that behind me there, and that's where it's going to stay, in that pot. And let me tell you why I've done that. Now this, as you can see here, this is my jasmine. And growing in between my jasmine, believe it or not, is a goji berry. Now I planted this goji berry about 3 years ago, and then I dug it up, I pulled out the roots and got rid of it, simply because goji berries grow incredibly vigorously and they grow fast, and it was just taking over this little patch here. So I really didn't want it. So I dug it all up, got it out, and lo and behold, last month, it's come through again. Because goji berries use runners in which to propagate themselves. So it can be a little bit like a weed in a way. It can be really, if you've got a big garden then fine, but when you've got a small garden like this, and you've got this growing, then it just takes over the garden. So I'm going to get the snippers out and I'm going to snip that off and take it off, because the one that's coming, which is going to go over here in the corner, over there in that pot, that will keep it contained. And because they also grow to about 10 foot tall, 3 meters, they grow very tall. And as much as obviously you want fruit from goji berries, and you want that, you don't want something that's going to take over the whole garden. So I think it's a good idea to cut that out and try and cut out as much of it as I can before it takes over the garden again. I think I've got that out, most of it, what there is. It's still under the ground, and it's still going to be probably right under here, so I'll just have to keep getting it up every time I see it. But that's just a warning really for one fruit. When you're going to grow it in your garden, understand exactly how that's going to take over your patch and contain it. So I think with a lot of fruits, it's a good idea to put them in containers first to see how they grow. And when, of course, my new one comes and I put it into my, what's essentially a pot here, and it's got, it's got containers around it to hold it in place a bit. But when it gets to, just say, that height here, then I better cut it and keep it contained in this. Keep it in this corner and contained, because obviously I've got another fruit next to it here, which is the pomegranate. So I intend to keep that very well trained, and that is my advice for growing goji berries. Keep them in a container, keep them contained. So that was my quick bit of advice for today on goji berries. I'm sure there's a lot of berries, to be honest, can be aggressive when they grow and they take over patches. So it is something to bear in mind when you do put fruit in your garden, to how big it actually grows, whether you can contain it at all, and whether it's going to smother other plants you've got in your garden. I need to keep an eye on that now to see where else it comes up. And I have got other things that are growing in this garden that I didn't seed, and I will talk to you about those at a later date. But for now, thank you for watching. Bye.